I would like to invite our Padma Bhushan Padma Shri Dr. A.Sivathanu Pillai sir to address people. Yes.
Yes, sir, yeah. Before I think we initiate, so let us just introduce our Sivathanu Pillai sir. Sivathanu Pillai sir is it's going to be the first panel discussion with three eminent speakers are there. There is Sivathanu Pillai sir is there, and Mike Samanadari sir is there, and Dr. Vijayaraghavan sir is there. So the A. Sivathanu Pillai is an Indian scientist who formerly served as an honorary distinguished professor at Indian Space Research Organization in 2015 to 18, and an honorary professor at IIT Delhi in the Department of Mechanical Engineering in 15 to 16, and a visiting professor at Indian Institute of Science for 2014 and 15. So he is a president of Project Management Associate, and he is a former chairperson of Board of Governors at the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. He was formerly served as Chief Controller of R&D from the year 1996 to 2014, and held the rank of Distinguished Scientist from the year 1999 to 2014 as a defense at the Defense Research Development Organization, which is DRDO at the Ministry of Defense, the Republic of India. He is also founder of CEO and Managing Director of BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited. It is one of the first the private partnership with the government initiated for this aerospace development. I think this is one of the brilliant like a brainchild of our Kalam, and the Sivathanu Pillai sir is closely associated with the Kalam sir in all the aspects. Definitely, I think he is joined for this Vision 2020, the challenges and opportunity. So his word is going to unreach to the world as well as for the nation. And it's over to Sivathanu Pillai sir. So please take up your session. It's to you.
Okay, you are able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. We are very clear, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir, we are very clear. We are audible, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon to everyone. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. I think everybody will be mute.
Oh,
so
yes.
You will be only like you can talk, sir. Other people will be mute.
Google, I want to tell you one thing. I was in ISRO recently for 3 years as a honorary distinguished professor. Whenever you introduce, you have to include that also. Understood? Well, you are living 20 years I worked in ISRO. Did you hear? No. Response is not coming. You are able to hear me? Hello? Hello?
Sir, your voice is audible, sir. All the panelists are on the mute.
Okay.
So we heard you.
I told a message. Google.
We heard you that ISRO 20 years experience, sir. Sorry for that.
Not the 20 years experience. He always introduced me some IIT Delhi and other things which I am not there.
Okay.
But I was recently there.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Anyway, I don't need any introduction. Just because others know me. Now, when you talk about Vision 2020, you know that there are many areas. 500 people worked together, and the whole activity was coordinated well by Dr. Rajan. He was actually the kingpin of the Vision 2020 document. And I worked with him for the strategic industries along with Professor U.R. Rao. That is my contribution to the Vision 2020. But I would like to start with saying that whenever we talk about Vision 2020, we always highlight 5 different areas. We talk about agriculture and food processing, education and healthcare, information and communication technology, infrastructure, particularly the power, pura, and river connectivity. And then we talk about self-reliance in critical technologies and strategic industries. These 5 areas. Yes. These 5 areas are the main pillars of the Vision 2020 document. Now, when you talk about agriculture today, as Mr. Rajan said, we are doing well. Particularly this year, the agricultural productivity has gone up. The Vision 2020, we wanted to do Green Revolution 2, but it has taken off. But still, we have not achieved what we want. Nearly 350 million tons of food grains we want to produce per year. So we are moving towards that. And milk, we are the largest producer of the world. And all other products regarding agriculture, things are going well. Then you have the communication. Mr. Rajan said, Padma Shri said how we have done. And the IT sector, last year they have given $120 billion. So things are moving up in this area also. Supercomputers, which were denied to us earlier, now we are making petaflop computers. Here also our scientists are contributing very well to make the large computing facility for us. And then we are the power area, we are working on the solar and wind more. Nuclear, we have got less power, but we are having another 12 reactors being constructed. So we will be having more power from the nuclear also. But main thing is solar. Now, if you look at the strategic part, space, defense, and nuclear, we have got a lot of things to say. So overall, if you look at it, we might not have achieved our GDP growth rate of something like 10% we wanted. We would not have achieved for a steady 10%. We didn't achieve. We didn't eliminate the poverty, and literacy also we have got still to do. So these parameters for the developed India, we have not achieved fully, but I will say that India has done well in the technology front in many areas. So let me first highlight the sustainable development part. If we are to be really developed, we need to have sustainable development. That is, you should have a good earth, good biodiversity, good ecosystem, and the COVID-19 has given all these things to us now. And then life support. See, the COVID-19, though we say that it has given us all the problems, it has also given some good things for us, good lessons for us. So it says how we have to live and sustain the earth. Life support, ecosystem, resources, environment, they all improved. Now we need to develop the community better so that we come out of the problems. And if you look at the sustainability, people, life expectancy has increased, education has improved, particularly after that bill, compulsory education, the education bill afterwards, after passing on, things have become better. I know Dr. Kalam, when he was president, he wanted to see that it becomes an act. The draft bill was signed by him. So he was so happy to see that the children 6 to 14, it becomes compulsory that they must go for their schools. Then the various equal opportunities have come, many industries have come. As Rajan said, the stress point is the manufacturing. Auto industry has done well, and there are many industries, they were taking off. But we have to now concentrate on that to see that manufacturing becomes one of the very important components of our economy. Health, we are doing well. Our hospitals are very much wanted. The tourism, medical tourism has started in a big way. So education, health, housing has improved. Security is not that good. Employment has to improve. And we have got that type of gaps still to be completed. But overall, I will say that the Vision 2020, the force which was given by Dr. Kalam, when he was in the presidency seat, making the prime ministers to announce. Vajpayee announced at Red Fort. Then similarly, Dr. Manmohan Singh, while addressing the governor, he talked about the developed India. So they have given a lot of importance because of him. Pura just it took off, but we have not done. Mr. Vajpayee said that he will do 5,000 puras, but he could not do that. So that is one area where we need to concentrate. See, rural development is a very important component for our economy. Yeah, actually, instead of smart city, which is also required, but we should go for smart rural. The Pura scheme is the best for our country, and it will definitely make things very happy. Now, I'm in Chennai. I can see that Chennai people are running away from here to their native place. So the reverse flow has started. So rural is very important component for the future. So overall society, if we want to improve, you have to improve the educational aspects, particularly higher education, the quality has to change. Employment opportunities should be more, health should be less costly, and then housing is, of course, for many people, housing is required. Big people are buying, but you have to see that how we can improve for the all other people. Then electricity power we are having. Today there's no power cut in Tamil Nadu. I could see that things have improved. But we need clean energy more. That is, solar should come in a big way. So, and finally, it's very important thing is sustained GDP growth. That only will give a higher, a position in terms of the overall economical situation. So now I will talk about the strategic industries where I was involved. First is the space. You all know space has done very well. We had a great vision of Sarabhai, nurtured by Professor Satish Dhawan, and we could see that many satellites in operation, launch vehicles, PSLV, GSLV in operation, and things have come in space. And we are now attempting to, put our lander on the moon. That's what we are trying to do now. So things, I will say that we have achieved self-reliance in launch vehicle and satellite technology and utilization of space for development. So sustainable development means space becomes a very important part. When we talk about agriculture today, precision agriculture has come, precision farming. It means the large utilization of the satellite pictures, then the high precision positioning systems, then variable rate technologies, automated steering systems. So many systems have to come, geomapping, all those things have to come in if you want to make the um, uh, production better in a less area. As the area is reducing, we need to see new technologies to come. So precision farming is one of the very important technologies which is necessary. And we have got all the facilities. We have got the satellite available for the for helping. The Bhuvan site, which is giving a lot of data, the people are using. Particularly in Andhra Pradesh, I have seen the farming has picked up using the satellite. Even the farmers are covered under insurance, and insurance data comes from the satellites. So many things are happening. So it should happen in a big way. Similarly, telemedicine to the hospitals, we started well, but now even without the link with ISRO, the people are independently doing the telemedicine because the connectivity is available. So the telemedicine is one important thing. Maybe in future we may do telesurgery using robotic. So that type of thing also can come. So we are dealing with the rural people. So we have to provide all the facilities as if they are in the city. So that's why this telemedicine has become a very important requirement. They're doing it, and the classes are conducted now. You know that in this COVID situation, most of the schools and colleges, they are now working in the net now. They have got the e-learning process going on. So this very important thing is this communication has come in a big way. Satellites, communication satellites, large satellites are in operation. We are doing DTH is available with high throughput, and all those things are happening. So the space technology has come to our help. Not only that, many foreign satellites are launched, so they are making business. So things have gone well in terms of space technology. And once we start going to the moon, then we will analyze what are the materials available. Exotic things are there. So the preliminary indication is that the materials for energy we can get from moon, particularly helium-3. If we can process and bring it to the earth, then we can process the nuclear power using helium-3, which is not radioactive. So that means your safety is better with helium-3. Now, only thing is people are now trying to analyze how cost effective it will be to bring helium-3 and do the fusion energy. Fusion also, to master fusion energy, we are working with 7 other nations in the world to go for thermonuclear experiments we are going to do. So for the fusion energy, that reactor, 500 megawatt reactor is being built jointly. So once we master the technology of the fusion, then helium-3 can be used for generating the power. This is energy wise. So space is a very important component. Dr. Kalam suggested in space, we have got Earth, Moon, and Mars. This triangular thing we should see is his suggestion. He thinks that human being can settle in Mars. Mars is going to be a very important planet for us, is what he said. But we don't know whether human being can live in Mars. That is not, proven. But because of the temperatures and other things, when we see, it may be difficult. But it is not the once you reach the Mars, then you may go to the other. Yes, some sound is coming. Okay. So second area is the defense. Defense, you know that defense, we have got missile side, we have got the strategic missiles. Agni 5 with 5,000 kilometer with nuclear payload is available, ready. So the thing is that we have become a nuclear power, and the missiles are available. You heard about the BrahMos. We can work jointly with another country and develop the most advanced system. Equivalent to BrahMos is not existing in the world. So we have got the very advanced, fastest cruise missile in the world we have with us. So that's another big thing. It has been produced. We connected with the industries. We see space and missile program. A large number of industries are working. It is not that everything is inside. We want to do more. That is why during my recent assignment with ISRO, we have given a report which suggests how ISRO can make use of the industries better and give the responsibility to them and look at the future. So this is what we told, and Rajan guided me on that. And we have worked out a strategy for getting into the industries in better for both large vehicle as well as for the satellite. Mr. Annadurai was working with us on the satellite side, so we could come to some way of doing the work with the industries. So this is a very important thing, because the development of the nation is not with one organization. Development of the nation can happen only if you can make all-round progress and involvement of many partners, so that the your GDP growth will be better. So this is missile side we have done. Other things, other components like the aeronautics side, the LCA is now inducted. more than the LCA now, the MCA is coming. This advanced medium combat aircraft, which is going to be a very important aircraft for us. It's being now designed. So I am associated with that project also. So we are trying to see that we give a new management plan for the MCA to come. So because the conventional management of working, like PSLV, what we are working in ISRO, and the Agni, we were working in DRDO, these all should change. The conventional management with the bureaucrats involved more is not producing much result faster. So if you want to really do faster, we have to have the manufacturing complex identified. So you need the space industry complex. You need missile industry complex. Like that, we have to go. Similarly, for the aircraft industry complex, not only the HAL, many other partners have to come. So this is what we are trying to work out in the MCA. We are going to give a new management plan, not just beaten by the HAL setup. This is the aeronautics. Similarly, other products of DRDO and the PSUs, there are a number of them. And the recent output is much better. We are having many products have come. 2.17 lakh crore worth of products have come from DRDO technology. And also the spin-off. If you look at the space and defense, they have given technology to many societal missions, industrial development. So that also is a big program that is very much necessary for the development of the people. So this is about the space and defense. In nuclear, you know about it. Nuclear, we are mainly concentrating on the nuclear power. We are working on 6,780 megawatt of power now. So it is going to be another 2 reactors are going to be installed very soon. So by in 2 years time. So that will make 8,780 megawatt of power. But another 12 reactors which have been sanctioned, they will add more power. So the thing is that we must reach somewhere around 25,000 megawatt, which must reach by 2030. That is the target with which we are working. So this is also the one of the targets set in the 2020. So we have to move faster in nuclear technology and application of nuclear technology for people. That's all the irradiation, keeping things on medicine. Then the investigation techniques, all these things are also being progressed. That we have done very well. We have done very well on that area. So strategic industry point of view, things are well. Now we are concentrating on the more critical technologies. For example, the new thing has come is industry 4.0. So when we talk about industry 4.0, you have got AI coming in a big way, autonomous robots, simulators, then the horizontal and vertical system integration, industrial internet of things, cyber security, 3D printing, that is additive manufacturing, then the use of augmented reality, big data analysis, all these things are coming. They are the building blocks for the industry 4.0. And the main thing is industry 4.0 is related to cyber physical systems. So this is going to be a very important thing. We have got all wherewithal to do that, but we have to mount a big program if you really want to achieve that. This time is ripe because all the developed countries have gone back now because of COVID. If you start the equation of developed countries and developing countries, we are equal now. There's no developing and even though we have not achieved the real sense the developed country, we are now equal to the developed countries now. So that way, new technology development, you've got a great opportunity. If you put force that this must be done, this is the right time to do that. And our people, the people who are gone to other countries to help them, they all want to come. So this is another opportunity we are getting. So best minds you utilize. Go for best technologies which can put you in different sphere. So Dr. Kalam and myself, we wrote one book. You all know about it. The Thoughts for Change. We can do it. A book we have written. I think it would be there somewhere. So that book talks about 10 important technologies which will make India a great nation. So the opportunities are there, and he has given all the material for us already. If you go through what he has told, that itself is a big boon for us. And if we can do 50% of what he said, India would have become developed nation. So that is what we should do it. And I wish that he has given 10 commandments to us, a nation where rural and urban divide is minimum. There is a thin line. A nation where there is equitable distribution of adequate access to energy and quality water. Then nation where agriculture, industry, and service sector work together in symphony. Nation where education with value system is not denied to anyone. Then a nation which is the best destination for most talented scholars, scientists, and investors. Then a nation where the best health care is available. A nation where the governance is responsive, transparent, and corruption free.
Sir, you got another 2 minutes, sir. Pillai, sir. Hello.
It is there.
Yes, sir. Please proceed, sir.
But we must see that we achieve better results. He has also given another idea, world knowledge platform. This is one of the very important ideas what Dr. Kalam has given. So that any type of problem you have, climatic change, because people today, they are all worried about the internationally many problems. Poverty is not only in India, 3 billion people poverty, in the Africa and other countries. So the thing is, you have to find out all these issues which are common to the world, and you raise your level. Today, India is in a position to raise its level. Just to see, develop India is one thing, develop the world. You take the lead. This is
Sir,
an opportunity for
Pillai,
us.
sir, you got 2 more minutes, sir. Please.
Okay, then I will close it now. Okay, we'll come back.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
After this final speeches are over,
Yeah. Thank
then
you.
I will give some more points. I will give.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, voice கேட்கல. Your voice is not visible. It's not audible. No. Hello.
Hello.
Google, your voice is not audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. It's audible
You
only,
can
sir.
proceed, I think.
Yeah. Please proceed.
Audible. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for our Sivathanu Pillai sir for his expertise talk on our vision 2020, also the behind 2020, and your strategic the plan what currently India needs. I think it has to be like taken by our youth. Definitely, I think there are so many guidance as well as like directions going to be given by you all for our youth of our country. Can I invite our the
youths are
next
in line now?
panelist who's on
See, Mr. Gogol, how many people are in
Sir?
the line now listening? You said
Yes,
youth.
sir, yes.
Who is the youth there? How many people are there?
Yes, sir. In
listening
the
to us?
I think in YouTube, I think more than 200 people, 150 to 200 people are watching, including
Okay.
our YouTube and Facebook live.
Okay, very good, very good. Then I will say something for
I
the
think
youth.
they have already posed so many questions. I think after this,
Okay. See, two things you do after all the presentations.
Yes.
One is a question answer session. Another one is a message to the youth.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. I think after this panel is over, I think we will have taken up this QA session as well as the message also.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, sir.